Good morning and welcome to Community Church at Ocean Pines. I'm sitting with Sally, our choir director, in the sanctuary of this wonderful, awesome church. And we're going to be doing a devotion this morning based on the hymn, Abide With Me. Now that's number 700 in the United Methodist hymnal, just in case you wanted to know. This is my very personal favorite hymn. And Sally is going to sing two verses of this hymn, the first verse and the last verse. And so in between those two wonderful verses, I'm going to explain to you why this is my favorite hymn. And while you might have a different favorite, I think you'll understand when I tell you the story.
Abide with me, fast falls the eventide. The darkness deepens, Lord, within me bide. When other helpers fail and comforts flee, help of the helpless, oh, abide with me.
This hymn is very special to our entire family. We have always liked this hymn, but as we were preparing for Mom's funeral, we began looking through the hymnal because it was going to be in a church and there would be a church worship service celebrating the greatness and the love of God throughout all of our lives, and certainly remembering and honoring my mom's life. And those words, abide with me, fast falls the eventide, helps us to look at the end of life in a way that we also look at life itself, that God is always with us. But the great reality is we're never alone. That we might feel alone, we might feel isolated during these days of COVID-19 and coronavirus, that we might feel that perhaps when facing the biggest challenges we face, the struggles, that it's just us, but it's always us and God. So a few years later after that, when it came time to do my dad's service, we knew that this hymn had to be a part of that service. And we knew that for both my parents, who went to church all their lives, who were faithful Christian people and great parents and wonderful persons in their community, that so much of their lives was enriched and given strength and help by the fact that they abided in Christ and that Christ abided in them. In the midst of life today, when you're driving somewhere, or when you're cooking dinner, or when you're outside playing with your children, or when you're doing all the sundry thousands of things that you have to do in life, just know, you're not alone. The community of faith, known as Community Church at Ocean Pines, your pastors Bob and I, your church staff, most of all, Jesus Christ is with you. Every time I hear this hymn, I get kind of teary-eyed because it reminds me of the great gift that I have of a Christian faithful heritage in my parents, but even a greater gift of a loving God who is always with me to give me strength and help in that most pressing moment. One of my very favorite verses in life is this: cast all your cares upon God, for he cares for you. Sal.
O thou thy cross